The Marquette Food Co-op is celebrating National Co-op Month with special deals. Established in 1971, the Marquette Food Co-op is consumer-owned. It now has more than 5,000 stakeholders. To celebrate National Co-op Month, the store is offering discounts on food items and incentives to become an owner.
A group of folks got together because they wanted access to organic foods, which were not being sold anywhere in town at that time. So we're a consumer cooperative because it was started by consumers who are working together to bring better quality products to the UP.
The Marquette Food Co-op is located on Washington Street next to Harlow Park.